Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here, and I want to do a solo Legendary Lost Sector run of the Quarry for you all. I know some may need this for the 4th Horseman to finish it up and get that quest, and I know this one has a couple barrier guys in the end, which can be a pain in the butt. Now, I will straight up say, it's going to help you quite a bit for one, to make sure you have your heavy frame unlocked, and also the Valkyrie. They're going to be beneficial pretty strongly in this strike. So the heavy frame being unlocked, lowering the cooldown, also having the Valkyrie as well, another good thing in the Legendary Lost Sectors. And then if you do max this one out, you're even going to have a better Valkyrie and also a faster cooldown on your heavy frame. So pretty much a lot of good things come from this. Also, he fires faster. He's a beast when he's in super mode. So those are going to be beneficial. Now, the other thing for any Legendary Lost Sector is your light level. Now, I'm like 1011 at this point. Basically, I'm 999, depending on if I move gear around. I'm probably 1000. Plus my artifact. So I've played a pretty good amount this season. Not going to argue that one. But your weapons make a difference. Now, when I come in here, I don't have a whole lot of hand cannons on this character to switch over. So these weapons are going to be higher. Now, if I switched over and used this one, for example, I don't even have a mod that I could put on there. You're going to need Unstoppable because you have 2 Unstoppable champions. You're also going to need Anti-Barrier. Unfortunately, barriers don't get a whole lot of range, so you've got submachine guns and you've got sidearms. It's really a preference of what you want. I'm just using this submachine gun. It's a little higher. This one could be a little lower, so I could lower my light level down a little bit. Either way, the idea is the barriers are going to be tough because if you get to the end of this thing and the heavy warframe actually explodes and everything kind of jams itself together, it gets to be a bit dicey, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm definitely higher light level. I've done other ones where I've been lower, totally have. This one I'm just doing at a higher light level to show you guys what that's all about. Now, I've tried different ones. Grenade launchers are pretty good. Unfortunately, like, machine guns just don't feel like they have the pop that they used to. Swords are strong. Now, I know this has got an overload mod on it, but that's not the point. If you do stun a champion, and you can go smash some damage on him with a full set of ammo reserves, like I've got, like 61, you should be in pretty good shape. And the nice thing about Legendary Lost Sectors, if you die, it's not the end of the world. You don't have to, like, respawn or recheck. Outside of just the barrier guys getting their health back, you should be able to fight this thing. So let's jump in, see how this one goes. Hopefully this is a smooth recording for you guys, because, you know, we're doing it live, per se. Alright, first thing you're going to have when you come in is this room here, and there is going to be an Unstoppable champion in here. So, try and take out these ads up top, and then we'll see what tends to come our direction. Trying the new sidearm that we've got here, so seeing how it goes. Yeah, the Unstoppable champion will eventually kind of come roaming towards me. Pretty obvious when he does, though. If you basically peek up far enough, there he is. So when you get up here far enough into this thing, use the explosive barrel also to your benefit. It's going to work pretty well to kill a couple guys over there. Don't have as much to worry about. You're also going to have a couple dogs. Unstoppable is coming, though. This is when I'm going to stagger him and then just start going to town with my sword. Now, if he gets to that point where he actually kind of gets unstunned, that's when you're going to do a lot less damage and he gets much harder to kill. But as you guys can see, that one went pretty smoothly. Swords are still quite effective. And just look for the few stragglers that you've got around. Now, in other videos, I've not used the Warframes and the Valkyries. I'm going to be honest, I'm definitely going to use them on this one. Just because this one is harder, and if you are trying to solo this one, I would work on unlocking these because without it, it gets to be really rough. Gotta love anti-barrier when it doesn't even care about the Phalanx shield. It's so nice. Now, can't say I love this new sidearm, but it is what I've got to work with here. Trying to hit my dragonfly shot on that guy, and it just did not want to happen. They're just right around the corner. There we go. That's all I wanted is my little explosion. Yeah, I can't say this sidearm is going to be the best choice in here, but it's what's happening. So, if you got your Valkyrie, go ahead and pick that one up. Take your Warframe, send him out there to do his thing. And if you kill these few ads that are here, when he actually kind of gets into the mix, he's going to go straight after the Unstoppable up top. Oh man, he just warped right up there next to him. He was going to town on that Unstoppable. Now you could actually help. Now, the Valkyrie's going to be a good thing to take out this Gladiator. Kill him pretty quick. And then the nice thing is, which is where the Warframe gets to be a little crazy, when he explodes, he just vaporizes whatever is in a room. He goes absolutely crazy awesome big, but he kills it all. Now, the only thing about that is, in the final boss room, if he explodes and kills the boss, which he typically will do, you could run and go get the chests, but if you want the platinum rewards for the Lost Sector, which may or may not make much of a difference, you're not going to be able to kill the barriers nearly as easily. So one thing you can do is use the Valkyrie a little bit more and see how this room goes. But this is the hard room for sure because everything is stuck in here. So you're going to have some Scions that get started. I'm going to try and grab the Valkyrie first. I'm going to try and kill the Scions up top as well, because there's a few of those. Told you the barriers hurt, but this is also a good reason why. It's like, if you're going for a flawless, if you guys do want to see that, I could do that in a separate video. Let me know if you want it. Higher level for flawless is definitely going to be a way to go. But generally, this one is not as terrible. Barriers up there. That Scion needs to die because he's going to hurt. Now, trying to get over here, grab the Valkyrie, deal with the barrier guys. Trying to deal with these guys first is probably my bigger priority until I get minigunned in the side of the head. This is one of the harder ones, for sure, that I've done so far. I've done a couple, like, you know, a couple on the moon, most of them here. This is the hardest one with all these two barriers that are next to each other. And this is why, if you can do this, when you die, try not to piss anything off too much till you actually kind of get where you want to get to. Hey, some ammo, what do you know? Now, you can go kind of tick him off and send him on his way, but the barrier champion, he's going to be back there. Now, if you get him dropped, again, you do want to try and pop his shield, if possible. Now, I did get that shield dropped, still got a little Valkyrie. See, this is where it gets really dicey. And this is why the heavy frame is really, really helpful. Biggest thing about the barriers is you're trying to get them to about that magical third number. Now, there are two of them in here, despite what you may think. He's in here somewhere. And even trying to go grab that thing gets to be a little hectic. I think the boss is over there. Yep, he sure is. And barrier guy's over here. I'm going to try and grab the Valkyrie again. Ow. Now that barrier shield brought his health back, but it actually might be easier for you to manage this one. You can kind of keep his health in check. Oh, come on. So close. This is why the heavy frame's good. Now, I haven't used it yet. If I turn it on, it's just all about timing to make sure you can kill at least one of the barriers when you kick on the heavy frame. So I'm going to turn the heavy frame on, show you guys what that is about. Main reason is I've got to watch the timing. So if he goes to town, I want him to go to town on the barrier first. Now I'm going to drop this one, try and drop that barrier shield as much as I can. There we go. But now this one's down. There we go. One's down. Now the heavy frame's going to go explode. Probably nuke the entire place. And then when that happens, you get your other champion. So it's usually when the boss actually gets down to a certain amount of health is when you're going to spawn more. But now that the boss is dead, the heavy frame and the Valkyrie are gone. So I've got to deal with this final barrier on my own. And he will usually go up top. So again, you're trying to get him down to about that third. When he does... Oh, if I get caught on geometry, that sucks pretty hard. Well, gotta love these little rocks that don't let me move. Okay, watch the missiles. And again, you gotta chase him up this hill a little bit. He's gonna be back over here on the top of this platform. Where the hell did he go? He went clear down over the... He's making full circle right now. Now, he went. I'm going big shot. Try and get him to finisher status, and you're good. And that's why swords, honestly, right now are insanely good. They're really, really powerful. So, you are done. You beat the boss. You got your platinum rewards. So, champion rewards, platinum is in the bottom corner. So, everything comes from that. You can open your other box if you want to. Get your gear, and you are good to go. So, I did one in about 5 minutes. This one took a little bit longer. So, I've done a couple runs on this one. The biggest thing, use that heavy warframe. If you can, he's going to be really helpful. He's going to knock out the boss, and you can honestly just run to the chest if you want to. And then if he does just nuke the boss, just know you've got another barrier champion coming. So your main goal is to try and somehow have that other champion done before the second one comes out. If you can split them up, it gets a lot better. If you get both of them next to each other, that's where it gets really, really rough, because there's two parked at the top of the hill, and you can really typically only focus on one by yourself. But that does basically finish up the Quarry Lost Sector for you guys. So I hope this is helpful when you see this Lost Sector up, that you can do it, because at some point you are going to need to do them all. This one is a difficult one when it comes to, for one, soloing, because the barrier champion. So really focus on that one before you get too much onto the boss. You know, if you got to move around, make sure he's behind something. Focus on that champion as much as you can singly. Then you can go to town on the boss and get the other champion out. But if both champions are up at the same time in that final room, those two barriers are brutal. So that's my one piece of advice. Whether you go hand cannon unstoppable or something else, and your preference of sidearm or submachine gun, I'd probably go submachine gun. I was just trying something different on this one. That's up to you. But hopefully you found this one helpful. You guys can find me twitch.tv/Ebontis. I am streaming a lot right now due to the whole shelter in place thing. And then for all of you out there, stay safe. Do what you can to do to stay safe and healthy as well. If you haven't subbed to the channel yet, please do so. It's a great way to support me and just all this content we got going, because there's a lot more to bring to you. And if you also enjoyed the video, drop a like below, leave a comment if you got questions, of course. So thank you all very much. Have a great one, and I will see you all soon in the next one.